So YouTube is no stranger to having rivalries. I mean, how could you not? There's so many people on the platform with so many different voices. But right now, we're going to check out all the legendary beefs of YouTube history. I wonder if I know any of these. Let's go.
From extreme accusations
To the animals, he is like Hitler.
to destroying your opponent's career.
Yo, that's
From
crazy.
extreme accusations
To have a shirt say Gordon Ramsay is an animal abuser.
To
What
the
is wrong with
animals,
this
he is
lady?
like Hitler.
to destroying your
That's
opponent's
insane.
career.
Sneeko, you beating me in a
I
fight doesn't
remember this.
unseat your girlfriend from the numerous men that had sex with her in front of you.
These
That's
are
also true.
7 of the most legendary beefs in YouTube history, starting with the most infamous one. On January 20th, 2021, the world's most hated vegan advocate, that vegan teacher, would accuse the world's most famous chef, Gordon Ramsay, of not understanding the difference between animals and food.
Chickens and cows, sheep, pigs, these things are not actually foods.
This was a clear attempt to start controversy, and Gordon chose to ignore it. But that vegan teacher, real name Katie Karen Diekmeyer, wasn't willing to give up so easily.
Not the red. Not the red on the name Karen, man.
And
Oh
just a
my
few
goodness.
days later, she posted a song about Gordon, this
A
time
song,
getting a
okay.
reaction.
Eating animals is wrong, Gordon Ramsay. Hurting animals is wrong, Gordon Ramsay. Share this song, and if you call me a donut, that's fine.
Vegan
As long as
donut.
you're vegan from now on.
Karen took the beef to extreme heights in a video just 2 months later, where she claimed that Gordon's response laughed at the trillions that had died and that he bullied the most innocent of animals just for fame, and then further doubled down on the lyrics in a follow-up video.
What makes Gordon Ramsay think that it's okay that just because of his taste pleasure,
I'm confused why she's going after Gordon Ramsay. It must be just for clout because there is definitely a whole lot of chefs out there that she also could have name dropped.
he can tell others to keep hurting animals? What's different between somebody like Hitler and somebody like Gordon Ramsay?
Despite this delusional comparison, Gordon kept
For real.
quiet, leading to Karen posting even more videos targeting his family relationships,
It's part of the family business.
claiming he should be in jail,
Mayonnaise comes from a cycle of violence, butter, all of these things that he promotes.
addressing his sponsors,
Hello, Silk Milk. Apparently you're paying money to Gordon Ramsay to promote your product? How crazy is that?
and even releasing a diss track.
Why is Gordon Ramsay an animal bully when instead of eating meat, he could just eat protein-packed veggies?
In response,
Bars.
Gordon would post a video compiling all the thank you videos he received from farmers, letting Karen know that nothing would stop him supporting the meat industry. Well, this only made her double down.
He fails because he pays people to hurt baby animals, little innocent baby boy chicks who never did a single thing wrong to him ever.
Although by now, Gordon knew better than to respond, ending the beef once and for all, and Karen continuing her degenerate thrill for controversy. But while this beef never went further than online diss tracks, KSI's and Logan Paul's one didn't take long to get physical. On February 3rd, 2018, one of the biggest British YouTubers, KSI, challenged Logan Paul to a boxing match.
Jake Paul, Logan Paul, any other Paul, I don't care. Bring it.
2 days later, Logan's brother Jake would post a video revealing Logan's response.
Probably on the same relevancy level as like dad, bro. And after all,
That's what we said.
Wait, did you say dad?
dad, bro. I haven't fight dad, bro.
This met
That's
KSI's
crazy.
wish of fighting a Paul, but it was
That's
far from what he was
crazy.
looking for.
I'm sorry, but
That's
I am not going
crazy.
to fight your creepy Vin Diesel on crack looking ass dad. I want a straight answer. Yes, let's have a boxing match, or no, I'm a pussy.
18 days of silence later, Logan confirmed his answer.
Yes, it looks like I am fighting KSI.
After a disastrous press conference and a couple of diss tracks, the two met in the Manchester Arena on
Bro, like
August
seeing
25th,
stuff like this, there's like no way you could have thought that this was like
confirmed his
legit.
answer.
Yes, it looks like I am fighting KSI.
After a
Like, bro snatched his
A
wig off his
disastrous
head and then tried to take his
press
bandana.
conference
Like, what?
and a couple of diss tracks, the two
Well,
met in the
and there's some
Manchester
diss
Arena
tracks.
on August 25th, 2018, 6 months after the initial call-out.
This is the moment we've all been waiting for.
Bro, how much did they pay you to say that?
The rivals then battled it out over the course of the next 50 minutes. However, as there were no
Hands
knockouts,
down.
the winner was
Hands
left up
down.
to the judges'
Why is
decision.
hands down?
Majority draw.
Angry with the result, the YouTubers would organize a rematch, which took place more than a year later. Fortunately for one of them this time, there was a clear winner.
To the winner by split decision from the United Kingdom, the Nightmare,
With the actual fight out of the way, Logan and KSI would put an end to their feud, eventually starting their energy drink Prime together. But that's a topic for a totally different video. Now, while this beef ended with the two becoming friends, James Charles and Toddy Westbrook's
so many
beef
questions,
would destroy
man.
their friendship. In 2016, an aspiring
So this is actually new because I know of James Charles. I have no idea who Miss Westbrook is, but
makeup artist would
let's hear
meet
it.
an
Makeup
experienced
artist.
beauty vlogger, developing
Beauty
a
vlogger,
mother-son
okay.
relationship. Toddy would
Oh,
constantly
okay.
promote James's channel and products. However, just 3 years after they originally met, the duo would start what is now known as the most legendary beef in the beauty community. On April 22nd, 2019,
okay.
James promoted Toddy's vitamin gummy competitor, Sugar Bear Hair. Toddy hated this, and despite James's
Sugar Bear
apology,
Hair?
publicly accused him in now-deleted Bye Sister of being an sexual predator.
You were talking in detail about things you wanted to do to the waiter. And when I said, James, he's straight, your response was, doesn't matter, I'm a celebrity. So freaking gross.
This admission got James lots of hate, but then he revealed his side of the story.
The boy that was involved with the story is named Sam. Sam slid into my DMs first and I happened to see it. We started talking back and forth and he mentioned that he was flattered by me flirting with him the night beforehand. A few minutes into the conversation, I asked him about his sexuality and he told me straight up that he was bisexual.
This got most people back on his side, and
I mean, bro, there's a timeline, right? Her, like, if she's talking about this in the waiter incident, and I'm assuming this is like after it happened recently. So when did homeboy slide into the DMs? It says February 15th and then response on the 16th. So if they had dinner on the 14th and then they talked about it on the 14th, I mean, bro, that's still creepy. It's still creepy. Like, come on, man.
DMs first and I happened to see it.
I still need the
started talking
timeline,
back
though.
and forth and he mentioned that he was flattered by me flirting with him, that he was bisexual.
this got most people
Congratulations,
back
brother.
on his side, and it would take another year for the truth to come out.
I did not make my video because of vitamins. I made it as a result of all of the poisonous lies that were fed to me by Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star.
In a shocking turn of events, Tati herself admitted that the accusations had
She's
been nothing
snitching.
but a long, elaborate lie to hurt James's career. However, while this drama never went beyond accusations, the next beef between Sneeko and Penguin Zero
It's like, whenever I watch these videos, it's like, oh, it's getting crazy. Oh, before it gets too crazy, hey, we got some other shit.
almost ended with a shootout. In 2020, the
Okay,
legendary
hold
drama
on now.
began with
I don't
Penguin
know about
Zero
all
and
that.
Charlie criticizing Netflix's Cuties for being softcore CP, and Sneeko responding by defending the controversial film.
I saw this commentator, Penguin Zero, who I actually like. There's not a lot of good commentators, but he's like, this movie is deplorable. There's nothing good about it. There's nothing.
2 years later, Sneeko would escalate the beef when he verbally attacked his girlfriend on stream.
This is his girl.
This attack was completely uncalled for, and Charlie would make that obvious in his own response 18 days later.
What the fuck are you even talking about? What does this have to do with anything? What does bringing up a picture of me and my girlfriend have anything to do with anything that has happened?
But Charlie didn't stop there.
I couldn't help but take notice of one of his more recent viral clips where he openly defends getting cucked. It is a legitimately super sad thing to sit there and listen to because Sneeko is very clearly bothered by that whole situation, but is trying to play it off like a deeper message.
Unsurprisingly, Sneeko saw this as Charlie trying to cancel him, at which point Sneeko jumped at the chance to make things physical.
Watch my clips!
Finally, Charlie had had enough, prompting him to end this beef once and for all with the now infamous
You absolute buffoon. What you have there is not clips. These are mags. They're mags, not clips, you absolute fucking dummy.
Now that Sneeko knew Charlie could defend himself, he was no longer interested in fighting him, apologizing for his behavior just a few days later. But while Charlie and Sneeko were a case of two internet strangers beefing, Jake Paul
I'm just mad, bro said it almost ended in a shootout.
and Alyssa Violet used to be much, much closer. Despite never confirming their relationship, Jake Paul and Alyssa Violet were at one point everyone's favorite online couple, with their clear on-camera chemistry and ship name, Jalissa. Fans thought the two had the perfect relationship,
Bruh, they definitely
but that would turn out to
together.
be far
The
from the
hell?
truth. In February 2017, Alyssa would post a video signaling the end of Jalissa.
Jake's kicking me out.
Word.
He didn't want to wait for me to get my apartment, which I'm getting in a couple days, so he threw all my stuff downstairs and put a lock on the door.
In response, Jake would claim in a now-deleted tweet that he was the real victim in the situation. But when Alyssa denied the cheating allegations and tweeted how Jalissa was never being real, together with mentioning how her supposed boyfriend had girl after girl over every other night, Jake quickly changed his tune. I think she is super talented and means well deep down. However, I can't have her in my space after having my heart broken. We will work it out. Despite these words, on May 31st, 2017, Jake would release a diss track targeting Alyssa.
Yeah, I'm talking about you begging for attention, talking shit on Twitter too.
9 days after this, Alyssa would post a video revealing everything.
And then he would have a girl over, and then 2 days later he'd be with me, and then we'd be together, and then we'd not be together.
You got to think about it, bro. At this point in time, how old were these people? They were still young, like super young, right? Everyday Bro came out a minute ago, right? If you were talented, quotes, whatever, successful, that like you can't guarantee. I mean, you can't deny Jake Paul, Logan Paul, all these people in this video, successful. Where they are at now, it is what it is, right? But successful, rich, and young could legitimately get any girl he wants. Yeah, he's gonna have girls come over. And then he's going to have you on the side as the main piece. Like, yeah, that's just, it's sad, but I mean, like, bro, look what he's driving. Look at the video. Like, yeah, he's living a different lifestyle. And it's definitely not something, let's just say it like this. Not a lot of men at a young age, right? They're probably, not even really men. They're still like boys. They're young. They're teenagers. They're growing into adults, right? They're young adults. They get a lot of money. They get a lot of fame. They live in an area that has a lot of promiscuous people. They're going to do promiscuous things. It's sad, but it's the truth.
Alyssa would post a video revealing everything.
And then he would have a girl over, and then 2 days later he'd be with me, and then we'd be together.
That sounds, yeah. I mean, why? And then you let him fuck. Like, I don't want to be like, oh, blaming her, but like, let's keep it real. Women have a lot of power. Like, having their vagina is power. So if you wanted him to actually be with you, you should have told him straight up, hey, drop these other girls. If you really want me, drop these other girls. And like you saying he's having these girls come over and you still let him smash?
Have a girl over, and then 2 days later he'd be with me, and then we'd be together, and then we'd not be together, and then we'd fight, and I'd be pissed because he'd bring girls over, and he didn't think he was doing anything wrong. He had the audacity to tell everyone that I cheated. I have no idea why. We were never together.
Following up with her own diss track in response to Jake Paul's.
Wrong call, yeah, it's Jake, like from State Farm. Get girls, but the hooker said you paid for it.
Following this, Jake didn't make a response video, prompting Alyssa to move on with her life outside of Team 10, ending the drama once and for all. But in contrast to Jake and Alyssa's personal feud, CoffeeZilla and Logan Paul's beef would have serious legal consequences.
This one's crazy. Strap in.
On December 17th, 2022, YouTube's most famous scam detective would
this was only in 2022?
Crypto scams.
CryptoZoo, yeah.
A fun game that makes you money by Logan Paul. CoffeeZilla spoke to CryptoZoo's investors, and what he found left the internet shocked and enraged. The game simply didn't work. Investors couldn't play to earn or even cash out what they'd already paid. So 6 days after his first expose, CoffeeZilla would ask Logan to refund the affected parties. But while Logan would respond, it was not how CoffeeZilla had hoped.
I got everything stolen from me in our community, stopped promoting publicly as soon as I knew the extent of the internal issues, took all of the heat on social, and you still published a defamatory hit piece, fully knowing I was innocent just so you could enrich yourself in your $10 million studio. Sharp, but deeply unethical, dangerously misleading, and illegal. I suggest you use the money you got from pumping your Patreon to hire a good lawyer. You're gonna need it.
CoffeeZilla made it clear that if Logan sues, he will countersue in response, and Logan apologized, promising a $1.3 million refund plan. There was just one problem.
The scam was much bigger than $1.3 million. So the fact is, most victims are not going to be made whole by this plan.
His victims took legal action, prompting Logan to release a $2.3 million buyback program a year later, this time with a sinister catch.
These are the estimated damages in CryptoZoo, $18.5 million, which comes from a combination of ZooCoin and NFT sales. And then this much smaller percentage of that pie, is what Logan is actually offering to refund. On the condition, though, that all of the people who spent the last year suing him, for the larger damages, drop their case.
To make matters worse, on June 27th, 2024...
No, I'm not gonna lie, man. His legal team, they know what they're doing. But hey, good thing CoffeeZilla's out here.
Logan sued CoffeeZilla for defamation. CoffeeZilla has yet to respond to these claims, but it's clear the beef between these two is far from over.
June?
But where Logan and CoffeeZilla's beef will now be fought in court. PewDiePie and T-Series ended when people died as a result. On August 29th, 2018, PewDiePie would post a video revealing that his position as the most subscribed YouTube channel was in danger, and the challenger was Indian music channel T-Series. Not willing to give up the throne just yet, PewDiePie declared war.
T-Series, I await your response. I know you're scared. That's right.
Oh my gosh, man. Swedish man with sword wearing NASA hoodie.
But I'm not.
Threatening Indian production studio.
Everybody, so we can take over T-Series.
Following up with a diss track a little more than a month later.
You're trying to dethrone me from spot on #1, but you India, you lose. So best think you haven't won.
But T-Series' victory was now closer than ever, prompting T-Series head Bhushan Kumar to fully participate in the beef, tweeting, "There's an Indian YouTube channel on the brink of becoming world's #1. It's a historic moment for all of us, so let's come together and subscribe to T-Series." This call to action worked, with T-Series becoming the most subscribed YouTube channel on March 31st, 2019, a feat PewDiePie congratulated them for with another diss track.
Hey, congratulations to your corporation. Guess you be one Swedish boy, you need a billion nations.
Needless to say, PewDiePie's fans hadn't given up yet, but on April 28th, 2019, the YouTuber called for an end to the beef with an uncharacteristically serious video.
The Christchurch shooter said, "Subscribe to PewDiePie." To have my name associated with something so unspeakably vile has affected me in more ways than I let shown. I think it's time to end the subscribe to PewDiePie movement, or me.
This marked the end of a year-long entertaining beef, with PewDiePie getting his revenge once Mr. Beast surpassed T-Series to become YouTube's most subscribed channel.
Mr. Beast. Wow. Wait, so Mr. Beast is still the most publicly subscribed channel? Wow. That's insane. All right, so the most legendary beefs on YouTube. Honestly, a couple of these I knew. A lot of these seem very petty. Some of these seem criminal, and some of these are just outright insane. But that's the way the life works. That's the way the life works. The life works. Yep. Exactly what I meant to say. All right. We're going to check out another Pexto video. These are always really good and entertaining. But they always leave me like at the edge of my seat. It's like, yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, by the way, we're on to the next topic. Like, oh, okay. Sure. So I guess you'd have to do your own research for a lot of this. I guess it's just like a summary, a skim of what happened. But yeah, what the heck happened with the church and the PewDiePie? Like what? I have no idea. But yeah, these are always interesting. All right. You guys have a good day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.